Niggas fearing a soldier ready for war. The politics interfering, battle rap ain't dead, but it's definitely incoherent to God. So this message a testament for your spirit. I'm from the era in space when the work was compelling. Now it's Twitter space, it's virtual telling.
I don't think you get enough credit for. Oh, my bad, X. Go ahead.
Nah. I know they said this is a small room. I put you the quotes, small room situation, but it's gonna be a lot of people in the building. So I think that like I think that's the I think the only difference really is there's not a stage.
Yeah,
right?
it's a pit. It's a pit. Let me
like
forewarn you, X, because you're performing. You see certain battlers like Calico, like he did an interview. He said it's like a step above a small room. That's his opinion. That's his vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I call it a small room. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you get in there, when you walk in there next Saturday, X, you're gonna be like, oh, there's a little bit of space here. You know what I'm saying? To the point where when we did the face-offs, when the face-offs was over, Avocado drove over to the venue and did a retest for mics for the first time in the venue, because every Blue Room event we did, we never mic'd up. Yeah. It was always just you know what I'm saying? There's never no mics on the battlers, if you notice that. For this event right here, because it's a zoo and we expect them walls to be shaken, we want the artists to be able to control the crowd a little bit better. Now, last resort, we will do what we've been doing for the last 3 Blue Room events, but now we're going to put the mics on. You don't need mics if it's like, you know, the validation series or shit like that, like super small room. This room is big enough where it's like, nah, we got to put the mics on. So
that's what I wanted to like, because I see the misconception of. Just wanted to clear that up. They were like, it's a small room event. I'm like, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a stage.
This card belongs in somewhere business wise, and I guess perception wise, as well as battle rap norms. This card is supposed to be a big stage, big room event.
Yeah,
but we don't do the battle rap norms. This is Rare Breed Entertainment. We've been known to take a big ass card and stuff it in a small ass place.
Right.
That's not new for us. We've been doing that since 2018. 5 years ago.
Volume 2.
We've been there. Yeah. We're known for taking big main events or big cards and putting them in a small place. That is our history. We was the proponents of that early.
Y'all did a main event battle in a parking lot space.
This is what I'm trying to say. Like we are very, very known for that. You go back to 2014, 2015, you got interviews of me screaming about the difference between battlers in small rooms versus a big room and how some of these guys will thrive. That's when we came in. We was like, yo, Big Cannon, JC, the danger zones of the world, these guys are going to win here in this environment. And it's true. You know what I'm saying? And then the hashtag, small room came about, the validation series. And then I feel like the culture kind of shifted to a point where it's just like, okay, we're gonna see that now, like putting good names, good matchups, big cards in small arenas. You're gonna get the Born Legacies now. You're gonna get the hashtag small rooms now. People's gonna promote small rooms. People did small room events, but it wasn't by design of big main events and big cards or on purpose or for the battlers turnout of what type of style that they had. It wasn't for that. That happened when RBE came. You know what I'm saying? It was more so like, day one event, the undercard guys take them off the main card and put them in a small place. That's what that was about.
Someone's asking if there's tickets at the door.
I was kind of feeling like us small leagues was the ones that got the big leagues back to the small room.
Here's what people would say about that, Merce. And you guys always operated in small rooms, so nobody's can ever take that credit from the trap houses and the We Go Hards and Spit That Heats and Spitters League and all that with Bloody Knuckles. Everybody knows that, but people haven't seen you guys, let's say, consistently book, these mega main events, these $250,000 budget cards or whatever, and then say, okay, where we've been doing Trap House for the last 20 years, we're going to put that in there. You know what I'm saying? Then they would have been like, oh, no, Trap House. You know what I'm saying? But you guys kind of was just like, this is where we want to operate, period. This is whether it's a card full of up-and-comers, whether we book in a name on a card, whether we got DNA coming through tonight or whatever, that was your motto, regardless. Our shit was more so like, nah, like we know this is a big stage card. This is Max Out 3, and they looking for Believe Music Hall. And we're gonna say, nope, Blue Room.
Look at
You know what I'm saying?
Look at Mercy making it about himself. We're
Right,
trying
but
to talk
even-
and like,
Mercy could never have the claim of me saying like, "Yo, look at Max Out 3. I'm literally leaving like $90,000 on the table."
Yeah.
Oh, you see his reaction?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can't claim that. I
way
can.
above my budget.
Yeah, and that's
That's
the
what a
thing.
door like that does. That's what when you got Believe Music Hall, you got an upstairs balcony that sells as VIP. You got VIP sections in the back. You got stage passes to sell. You got door prices that raise versus the pre-sale for like 2,000, 2,300 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just do the math of all. You got bottle sales that comes to RBE as well. We get percentages at a bar and all of that type of shit in Georgia is open. It's nothing like New York. You know what I'm saying? We got a food truck, for 2,300 people outside of Believe Music Hall. You get a piece of that. So when I say like, yo, it's like $90,000 we leaving on the table, like for real. For real.
I'd never go back to Drum again after
Nah. Listen, even though I miss Drum, because Drum was like the old RBE feel, but I wouldn't go back.
New York, you're not getting on the Aki halal truck.
Oh nah, because he been there.
Nah, New York was never the greatest for hip hop shows, especially after the shooting with Troy Ave and everything.
Right.
Especially after that. Even before that, it was, we had the hip hop police and all. It was never really that comfortable for us, but it is what it is.
I want to ask you, as the league owner running events in New York, what was your experience with that? Because like I remember even as far back, and they're gonna get on me about using this example, but the Math and Serious Jones incident. I had went and tried to book a venue, and that got brought up like, yo, we're not doing no more hip hop events because of situations like that. And then the Troy Ave versus Taxstone thing. Were you getting responses from venues like, yo, XYZ just happened, we not doing
100%. Even Drum, a place that we had such a long running relationship with. See, you using real visible situations of like Math and Serious and Troy Ave situation and all that. My nigga, we walked in there for one event and they pulled me upstairs in the office one time. They asked me about Big K and John.
Jesus.
On everything.
Oh, because you said about the slap.
Yeah. They had some tension leading in and everything.
Yeah.
They called me upstairs to the office when I got there and they blindsided me. I guess they didn't want to call me ahead of time enough and they kind of wanted to see my energy and what I thought. Because like they got to a point where they wanted us to clear what matches that we were actually booking, like tell them the matches ahead of time and shit.
So they were tapped into what was going on in terms of like the battle culture.
They was 100% because it's their. I understand from their side, it's their establishment. Yeah, in New York, you lose something like your liquor license, or you have like a shooting, like your club is done.
Right,
your club is done. Like in New York, if there's a shooting or a stabbing, that place gets shut down. It opens up with a new name 3 years later under new management, new ownership, all that type of shit. So I can understand. And then y'all see the owners and the people and the floor managers of Drum. They wasn't our folk. They wasn't hip hop people. You know what I'm saying? There was Russians that didn't give a fuck about hip hop, but business is business, and we had a good rapport with them, and they respected what we was doing. But we used to get all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So you get to the South though, you start looking at venues in the South. I remember we used to have venues when we first came to the South. We had venues bidding on us. That's like, crazy. Yo, we'll give you this deal. Oh no, I'll give you this deal. Oh, I get percentage of food and kitchen and bar. Like, damn, y'all niggas fighting over our business
because it's
different.
Hip hop situation. Because even when the last time I was down there, I did bullpen and with King of Diamonds with John, and then I didn't even realize that fucking Akinelli, that's Akinelli shit till he walked in there. I'm like, oh shit, I put up. You know what I'm saying? Chopped it up with him. So him and his wife, they was there like fans, tapped in, watching everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I might have to listen to y'all when y'all tell me I got to get out the city. I might start listening to y'all.
We've been telling you that for 2 years, bro.
Just make some calls, speak to some people, get a couple connects. You know what I'm saying? Get networked over to it, because even the business opportunities is different. It's like, as RBE, being that we have a following, like these venues, they know, like, you got to give us a piece of, the kitchen or the bar or the food truck and all that, because we're bringing that. Some of them be like offering it before we even say anything. They be like, yo, all of that, like, we gonna put on the table if you bring us your event, you bring us what you got going on. I'm like, all right, cool, we'll talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing like up north. It's not like up north. And then even from a security standpoint, right? Now, of course, in Georgia, in certain states in Georgia, like you're in the sea with sharks. So it's like you don't ask the lifeguard, where's the sharks? The answer is they're everywhere. This is the sea. It's the same thing in Georgia. You don't ask where's the guns? They're everywhere. This is the South. You know what I'm saying?
Shotgun bowl right in front.
Yeah. Like it's the South.
Regular niggas.
It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like you could walk into the airport now in certain states in the South with your gun. You can't go past ticketing and all that type of shit. You could walk into the airport now. You know what I'm saying? So shit is different. That was the first culture shock for me because I lived in Atlanta in like 2005. That was the first culture shock for me when I was just chilling, niggas just walking around, hammer on the waist, just in the store, chilling, shopping, doing. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Yeah, open carry is definitely is legal certain places. I always thought that open carry was stupid as shit. But that's another conversation. But yeah, open carry is legal in a lot of places in the South, and like sometimes that you could look at that as a positive trade-off. You can say like, I'm around a certain element. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm able to have this whole scenario more secured from a security standpoint better than I can in New York or up north. You know what I'm saying? At least you know what type or the differences of protection that's available, you know, based on state law. You know what I'm saying? So there's all different types of pros and cons towards wherever you want to work, Mercy. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You've been in this game long enough.
One thing I'm sick of hearing is I'm who niggas fearing, a soldier ready for war. The politics interfering, battle rap ain't dead, but it's definitely incoherent to God. So this message a testament for your spirit. I'm from the era in space when the work was compelling. Now it's Twitter spaces, virtual telling. They care more about the hype